to this weather update. So let's take a look how the US is looking in the next few days. So there's still this low pressure here bringing some severe weather today, and this might bring snow on the backside and freezing rain to parts of the northeast, and then there will be a new system on the west coast that will bring a lot of rain to Oregon, California, Washington. So be aware of that. And that's the general outlook. Now let's see into more detail. First, these storms today, there will be a lot of storms and heavy rain parts of Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia, the Florida Panhandle. So be careful. And then this will cause some snow and maybe freezing precipitation in parts of the northeast. So there will be snow all over those areas, Pennsylvania, New York, and more areas there. So be aware of that snow. There will be some colder air back behind it and high pressure in the other side of the country. But then this new system comes to the west coast, brings a lot of heavy rain to California and Washington, Oregon, along with snow too. It will snow a lot in the higher elevations, and the rain will go all the way to southern California and the Baja Peninsula in Mexico. So in Arizona it shows a lot of rain in northern Mexico too. But there comes a lot of snow behind this system there. So a lot of snow is expected behind this system. It even shows in the long range some snow there in Tennessee, Arkansas, and some freezing rain around, let me check, around Monday, February 5th. So let's see some graphics or stuff. First, the excessive rainfall outlook. This is still the valid one. Wait, let's see day 2. It has a slight risk here. Parts of Tennessee, North Carolina, northern Georgia, South Carolina, and Virginia. And then you have this marginal risk in this whole area. So be aware of this. So this is Saturday through Sunday, I think. And then this marginal risk on the Pacific Northwest. So be aware of that. This is day 3. There's nothing. No, there's a marginal risk for the Pacific Northwest. Now day 4, more marginal risks there. I think it could be upgraded. And day 5, I told you, a slight risk in Northern California, and marginal risk. Okay, now the Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk of severe weather today. Let's put C's here. So around the Florida Panhandle, Alabama, southeastern Mississippi, and then it has a marginal risk going all the way to North Carolina and Tennessee. Let's see tornado. 5% tornado threat and a bigger 2% too. So be aware of tornadoes with those storms. Damaging wind threat, 15% near the coast there, and a 5% extending north. Hail threat, nothing. There's no hail threat. So let's discuss this day 3 through 7 hazards outlook. First, in Alaska, there's a lot of hazardous cold temperatures, so be aware. High winds along the coast, the southern coast, and heavy precipitation on the western coast there. So be aware of heavy precipitation in the whole coast, all the way from Alaska to contiguous US. So this includes Canada, so be aware. And then there's heavy rain hazards for California all the way through there, heavy rain in northern Washington. Heavy precipitation includes snow, parts of California. High winds in those areas, California, Washington, Nevada. So, and there's some pink areas here that represent that flooding is likely or flooding occurring imminent. So be aware of flooding in some locations there. Now is the crazier thing. Let's see the 8 to 14 day hazards update. So first, let's see heavy precipitation. There's a high risk through California and Arizona. This includes Mexico too. And there's a moderate risk in the south here, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi, those areas. So it will rain more there too later. And there are some high wind risks scattered here, and a lot of heavy snow risks. There's even a high no, I think it's a moderate risk only for heavy snow. Let's see this map. That's better. So has heavy snow risks, high wind in all those in parts of the west there, heavy precipitation there, and heavy precipitation in the south, the Gulf Coast. Let's check some snow accumulations here. So in the next 24 hours it shows some for the northeast there because of this system bringing snow back behind it. 3 days it shows more snow for the northeast. 5 days a little bit more, even some further south. And in the west it has some scattered snow here. But in the next 10 days, look how much snow for the west here. So there'll be a lot of snow with that system. And let's try to take a look at some temperatures. I don't know if this will be accurate, but it's worth trying because it always changes, you know. So let's see. Monday, my map here is in Celsius, I think, but I can try to put it in Fahrenheit. So it has a lot of cold temperatures coming down, like Monday and Sunday. Look, and the wind chills will be worse. So let's see here. It'll be cold all the way into Texas and everything, and Canada, of course, very cold, but they are used to it. But be aware. So it will be colder in those regions there. So let's take a look at some rain accumulations. So let's see Canada first because there's a lot of accumulation in those areas here. Around 1 meter, it shows this pink. I think a little bit less, but there's some pink in some areas here. So southern Alaska, a lot of rain too. And here, the Pacific Northwest here, some. Let's look how the south is doing. Next 12 hours, 24, 3 days, 5 days, and 10 days. Let's check now some models here to show the accumulated rain in the whole country. Let's see. So this is until Thursday here, shows some in the south and southeast, and a lot in Canada there, in Pacific Northwest. So be aware in Canada, please. So let's see now. So this is Friday the 2nd. It hasn't changed much, but it's still a lot. Let's see further away. Has some more rain down to California, but now it has a lot of accumulated precipitation all the way from California, crossing the south all the way to there. So let's look more. This is very far out, so I think this will change a lot. So don't count on this, but let's just take a look to have an idea. Further away has more around Oregon and California, and all in the southwest and south there. Okay, so this is the general idea, but this can change. We'll update. Okay, so I think that's it for this video, but there's just one more thing. We just want to mention the Indian Ocean, because there's Cyclone Engweg that's category 4 or 3 in the US scale, so it's very powerful. It won't affect anyone. There's this one that turned to a tropical storm, but it won't affect anyone. And there's this one that hit Australia. It's lingering there, just some heavy rain in parts of Australia. So that's it, and thanks for watching. We'll make another video about the other countries if needed, and ask questions in the comments. Thanks for watching.